And he kills journalists that don't agree with him.
Well, I think our country does plenty of killing also, Joe. So, you know.
Donald Trump has surrounded himself with dubious connections to Vladimir Putin's Russia. That includes his campaign manager, Paul Manafort, who led Kremlin candidate Viktor Yanukovych to power in Ukraine and ensured Russian influence in Eastern Europe. Yanukovych, who's currently in exile in Russia, set off Ukraine's Maidan Revolution when his crackdown killed 100 protesters in Kiev. His advisor is now Trump's advisor. Trump's foreign policy advisor on Russia has shares in Moscow's state-controlled gas company. A foreign policy speechwriter for Trump has money in that same state gas company and is on the board of Russia's largest private bank. Trump himself has claimed vast business dealings in Russia, and his son said publicly, "Russians make up a pretty disproportionate cross-section of a lot of our assets. We see a lot of money pouring in from Russia." For one, Trump had a joint real estate project with the Agalarov family, who are close friends of Putin and who receive a lot of state-funded contracts. The youngest Agalarov is an aspiring pop star who even featured Trump in one of his music videos.
Evan, wake up! Come on! What's wrong with you?
Because he won't release his tax returns, there's no way to know the extent of Trump's financial ties to Putin's Russia. All the state-owned Russian companies with Trump's staff and friends on their payroll are only operated through blessing from Putin's inner circle. And in the last few years, Putin has quietly funneled millions of dollars to politicians who might destabilize the West and be friendlier toward Russia, as he'd reorient NATO away from defending against Russia. And with input from Manafort, his Russia-friendly campaign manager, he gutted the Republican platform plank opposing Russia and Ukraine, which would allow continued occupation of Crimea. All the while, Putin's propaganda machine, the state-funded RT, or Russia Today, has worked hard to spread pro-Trump messaging internationally.
He has a message here, it's resonating.
Until Trump follows the lead of every American nominee for president, we won't know the personal, professional, and financial connections he and his organization have with Putin's government and with Russia.